Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Chrono. Last time we continued to explore more of Fort Dragonia. Finished off the red and green little circles there. And, well, there's only one more door that remains. So let's head on up here and see what we can do. As you might notice there, we have removed Lena and put Nikki in the party. It doesn't have to be Nikki. Basically, you just want to choose any character that has access to a level 6 element. Nikki has it. Lucia has it. Who else has it? Mojo has it. I think Greco has it too. Yeah, Greco's got a level 6 element slot. You just want to choose one of the characters that has it. It doesn't matter which. Mel's got one too, in case you were wondering. So, because both Greco and Lucia have it, it's available to you on either path this way, so just it's not something that's unique to one path or another. Just make sure that you fight the top left boss last, otherwise you won't get that level because you'll need to be at level 16 in order to get it. Now what these chests here do is each one will move the path in a different direction. Open one way and then back the other. So we don't need to do too much with it, and the bats will eventually find me, I think. Yeah, their paths are really weird. I never know when they're going to actually hit me, but look at all the enemies. I think I still do have my summon element equipped, so I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Well, after about 4 minutes of trying to make that happen, it didn't work because I have very few blue elements left and I kept interrupting me every time I get close. So I said, fuck it, and we will move on. No extra shiny materials for me today. I just used Meteor Shower and was done with it. Alright, so we move that one, and that gives us access to this. Now, oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm stupid. That just gives me a giant loop. I only wanted to do one of those. There we go. Now we can go back up to this side, which gives us access over here. And one of the room on the left, and there's a room on the right. One of them will contain a fight with a Dragoon, and for some reason the battle background is different. I wonder why it's like this. Stay tuned for a later episode where you'll find out. Yeah, he is red innate. Now, an interesting note about this is this one, as far as I understand it, is kind of boring. He's the one I want him to be. I will get a Dragoon Gauntlet. I did not get a Dragoon Gauntlet, so it is not the one that I want. And those all did the same amount of damage. That's not particularly helpful. Alright, he is indeed red elemental, so we'll want to use some ice powered attacks on him. Some blue. Don't think there's much to this fight, honestly. It's kind of just ho-hum. It's not like it's a special battle or anything like that. Yeah, when I was in between episodes, when I set up my new party, I just set them up for the boss fight because I knew there wasn't very many enemies over here with which to deal with. So I'm not super prepared for anything else. And there's a whole lot of nothing in this room now. Yeah, for some reason, I think it's somewhat random which room it'll be in. So we're going to do that and move that over there. Move that over here, and now we have access here. This one contains AC Charm, protects against anti-blue. Alright, we're going to run back over here. We're going to leave that one. Yeah, hit the wrong one. And that's going to move it all the way down. Zip over here. What are you stuck on? There's nothing there! And what you want to do is you want to hit this button to lower the stairs. Now I recommend you go save. Okay, we're back. Oh, I don't even know I wanted to save. There's nothing here. Except for this. This is not Sparta, but this is Giant Gloop. I don't think it's anything like Groot at all, but for some reason I said it that way. I don't know why. Anyway, Giant Gloop is blue. It's got the same defensive factors as the Taurusoid, so you're dealing with about the same amount of that. But this one has a unique effect. Normally what he'll do is, and we'll see it over time, but what I want to do to counteract anything that he might do is I want to play around with the field effect. It starts out with this. I'm not even sure what that does, to be honest. Oh, I think it inflicts blue status effects. Yeah, lowers evade, yeah. I don't care about that. Let's see here. Before we set up the proper field effect, I want to just get low rests on him, just to make my life a little easier. So we'll just have everyone build up element power here. And what else do I want to set up here? Do I want to set up Diminish right away? Nah, I think I'm good. So we'll get Nikki in on the fun here. Take in will be his next attack. His attack pattern at the start is always the same. Glad he did that to Nikki, because that does reduce damage to Nikki. If he'd done that on someone else, that would have really sucked. Especially Kid. Alright, and what we want to do is we want to set an iceberg trap. You need to have a level 6 element slot in order to do this. You don't have to use an innate level blue character to do it. I just happen to have one that I wanted to use anyway. And so we've got those two set up. Now he's going to eventually unload with another element. I think it's his next move. Okay, now he's going to do normal attack first. I'm holding off on my my other elements here because he's going to undo a lot of my work with his next move. And I would rather he didn't. So yeah, you could do Diminish now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to use Magma Burst on him. I could wait and set up the field effect, but whatever. You don't even have to. Like, this fight really isn't that hard. But yeah, even with 2 blues on the field, that does substantial amounts of damage. I haven't even set up any buffs. Blue field, he will eventually use. This is an element like I believe Radius used in one of the tutorials that will turn the entire field blue. When he does that, you want to start with Weaken, and then you want to cast Strengthen on your characters that are going to be using physical attacks, so that you can get advantage of not only changing the field effect, but just doing more damage outright. We're not going to worry about casting Eagle Eye in this fight. It's not really necessary. It's a really easy fight. Alright, so he's already got Ice Lance. Like, I don't need the field effect to be all red. It would allow me to do more damage, but it's not necessary. It's more so about just keeping as much red on the field as we can. So we're going to strengthen Kid as well. And throw a Magma Burst on. And we're not even using the Strengthen and Weaken for their effects as much as we're using it for building the field effect. See, now he's dead. Did I really kill him already? This is why I told you to go save. That's your boss fight, by the way. The hardest part about the boss fight is getting him to do what I wanted him to do. I am going to... Ew. I'm going to go reload because that's not what I want to happen in this fight. And yeah, we have Fluon, which you can see. I'm not trying to do that. It just makes Surge run all funky. So yeah, there's that. He just runs all over the place. So I'm going to reload and restart that fight because I didn't want to kill him. That's the whole point of setting the trap element, was to trap the element. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, take 2. This time, we're going to scrap all my prep work, and we're just going to use a couple of elements right at the start and just try and weaken him down. According to this walkthrough, he's got 840 HP. So we're going to lower him down to critical without killing him. And then we will be able to hopefully get what we want out of things. That's pretty close to half, I think, his HP. Still going to do whatever he wants. I'm just going to leave fast forward running so we don't spend way too much time in this fight. Spend enough time here as is. Alright, set that iceberg trap. Okay. How much HP do you have left here? Now, hopefully this doesn't kill him, and it puts him in the position I want to be in. Perfect. I think that means he's weakened. I think he's a little more flattened out now. And what we want to do is, as soon as he's in that state, you want to use a red element on him. When he is in a weakened state and you use a red element on him, then he will counter instantly by using Iceberg. Don't think you can get more than one per fight, but he's already too weak. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. And as soon as you get one, you want to run away. We got the one that we needed. We can, now run away and heal up, fight him again, get another set, and I'm going to do this 2 more times to get a total of 3 iceberg elements, 1 for each character. And yeah, then, well, not technically 1 for each character because Iceberg is a level 6 element, and level 6 elements, you don't get to use them on every color. You only get to use them on a character of that own innate color. So all level 6 color elements are like this, and you're not able to just give them to whoever you want. Yeah, so there's Nimble, I think. Nimble's effect is on there. Yeah, I'm going to cut the rest of this out, get those 2 more elements, and then we'll show a slight variance on the fight here that we can do if you so desire to do it, and then we will move on. Okay, we just got our final iceberg spell there. Now there's a couple other things that I want to do in this fight before we finish it off. One of them, I should probably do a little more damage here. Get your accuracy up. No, not that one. I would like to pilfer. This is the only point in the game where you can get access to the Antiviral Cap. It's the only one in the game. There's only 3 of them. There is not one for yellow status effects, only for blue, red with the Poultice Cap, and green with the Antitoxinal Cap. Other than that, you don't have any other options. Now, an interesting thing about this fight. You don't have it. Okay, well, we're gonna defend for a second here. Oh, he spams Iceberg. Well, now's your chance to actually see it. It's not gonna do as much damage because we've... Oh, it does a lot of damage. Never mind, it does tons of damage. I didn't realize he spammed that at the end. Well, nuts that. I guess I'm gonna have to run away because I don't have any way of reviving them. That sucks. You dropped your stolen goods, so I'll have to steal that again, but I didn't realize he spammed them at the end of the fight, considering I didn't cast an element against him. Huh. I guess I can basically show you the same strategy from the start of the fight. This time we're just going to start right off with the theft, though, because that's important to grab. It's the only one in the game. No other way around it. Interestingly enough, you can use his own elements against him in a way. And the way that that works is we build up your element power there. Build up your element power. He's going to cast lots of blue stuff. And before he gets around to blue field, I want to set up a couple specific elements. One is Genius, which will increase Nikki's magical attack power. And another one is Weak-Minded, which will lower the Gloop's magical defense power. And Guard for now. And what else do I need here? You don't have it. I can lower your magical attack power. Sure, why not? Make my life easier. And the last part of the puzzle is I can turn the boss red. Now what this is going to do is he's going to turn the field blue. However, he is now red. So if I want to, why can't I summon Frog Prince? Is that the status effect that's on me? What status effect is currently on you? That's weird. Why isn't it showing me what status effect is currently on me? It should be showing me that. Anyway, the basic idea was that you can take Frog Prince and just use it right on him, but for some reason that's not working for me, and I have no idea why. It's a blue field. Unless that status effect is doing something that I can't see, which is entirely possible. Alright, now he's already getting to Iceberg, which kind of sucks. Ow, that hurts. Hopefully this kills it, because otherwise, game over. Oh, not game over. That is absolutely insane. Why? His attack pattern is completely changed. Well, you're gonna find out what game over is like. All because you wouldn't use the summon that you were supposed to use. Huh. Interesting how they capitalize fate there. Well, I guess it is the start of a sentence, but yeah. This song is called Previously Lost Land. It is a slight variant on the theme that was playing when Lena, or Serge and Kid were talking at Serge's grave there when we went back for that cutscene. Okay, here is another quirk of the battle that I have no idea why happens. He will randomly cast Cure All on the party. I haven't found any reason as to why he does this, but he randomly does. And sometimes he decides he's not going to get to keep spamming Iceberg. His take-in ability can also cast freeze on the target that it hits, so just kind of be aware of that as well. Alright, what else we got here? You're already weak. I don't want to use something that strong on you. But I do want to get my last of these things. Now, I already wasted my turn red on him, hoping he would behave. But let's go for weaken now, and hopefully he will counter by using the iceberg element that he's supposed to use. There we go. There's my third one. I have to redo this all over again. And now that we've got that, of course I don't have any more blue elements anywhere. Flu or whatever status effect was on Nikki seems to have been the issue there, since he's now able to, or at least earlier on in the fight, he was able to cast. What else we got here? Anything else that's blue? Nothing else that's blue, of course not. Alright, so we got all those. You don't have anything else that's blue. I think I'm just going to have to defend. He's going to use this. And then I can show off, though... Oh no, he's still got it on. Good. Then I can show off him using Frog Prince. Now, I'm not sure, and I guess we'll find out together here, but his normal drop, like you can do this and like set up with Magnify and do this at like the start of the fight, and it's done in the speed run and it works. I just cast turn red on him, Magnify, he'll use blue field, he'll do a boatload of damage, he falls down, and it basically ends the fight in like a handful of turns. So that's another way of dealing with the guy if you're struggling. I don't know why. Sometimes he spams Iceberg, and sometimes he just won't use it at all. It's really weird. He's only supposed to use it when he drops below 12.5%. Alright, so we get our star level for this. And regardless of whether you use your summon element against the boss, you'll always get their actual drops. Aqua Ball is common, Ice Blast is rare. Would have liked that on this path where I missed out on 2 common Ice Blasts, but okay, that's fine. Alright, elements. Let us take a look at what we've accumulated here. 3 icebergs, only of innate color blue. So that gives us a powerful way of dealing damage. I'm going to leave Frog Prince actually down 1 level, even though it does more damage than Iceberg, because I want to have easier access to actually casting that if I want to build it up. Alright, so we've got all 3 of those. Like, I could throw a bunch more of them here on. Like, I might as well throw it over Magma Burst now, because I no longer need it, but let's move that down. And what else? I need to use this. And I got the Antiviral Cap. Not that I'm going to use it, I think, at all, but it's the only one in the game, so I figure I might as well. Yeah, this one protects against the flu. Again, it's a hat replacement. Yeah, it's weird that he sometimes uses Cure All on the party, and it's weird that he doesn't follow his own AI script properly, and I have no idea. It's weird. Yeah, you can go through like the long setup that I tried to show off at the start, the first attempt at the fight. But you don't really need to. Like, basically just attack with everyone and throw a Magma Burst out, which you're going to have as drops from the Lava Boys in Mount Pyre. So you're going to have those already. Just have like 3 of them on there. Do your attacks, cast those, and you pretty much got him down. Other than casting an Iceberg Trap to prevent him from killing you with that, you really shouldn't have any problem with that fight at all. Okay, we're back. Now, I've made a couple of modifications, primarily to Nikki. I've also given Diminish to everyone. But more importantly, we put the Holy Light traps on. Now, if you didn't go through the effort of picking up all the trap elements, they're still available in Marbule, and I highly recommend them for this area because it makes a massive difference getting all the elements that we're going to get in this area, and we've only just scratched the surface on it. But yeah, put Diminish on everyone to make your life easier, and some all-healing abilities would be nice. Hello? What have we here? Son of a gun! I guess Son of the Sun was taken in the previous game, so they give it a different name. This guy is unique. As you can see, his face changes a whole bunch, and if you press the button, it zooms right down on his face, and he looks creepy as all hell. So we're not going to do that. But as you can see, our damage is not particularly high. What you want to do, though, is you want to build up some element power, because this guy is going to be a pain in the ass. And he's kind of weird. Mode change is the primary thing that this guy does. What he'll do is he'll change to one of 4 modes. Earlier on, when we first encountered him, he was in his happy mode. His happy mode has an attack pattern of attack, kissy wissy, and then mode change. This one here is, I think, frowny face, where he's going to cast weak-minded on us, strong-minded on himself, and then mode change. So I'm not particularly worried about what he's going to do in this form, but eventually he will change into a form that can hurt the ever-loving crap out of you. So Diminish is recommended. And, oh, he put Nikki to sleep. That's the white status effect from that. Sadly, I have no way of curing that right now. So yeah, here's what he's going to do. Weak-minded to lower our defenses. Nikki hasn't woken up yet. Strong-minded to raise his own magical defenses. And then he's going to mode change again. This is the one I really need to get Nikki to get his freaking turn, please. I have nothing that will do that. I have no way of recovering from sleep, unfortunately. He's going to start by anti-black, which I'm not worried about, but Nikki needs his freaking turn, otherwise I get nothing out of this, which really sucks. And then he moves into Holy Light. Holy Light is what I want to trap, hence why you saw them on there, but Nikki is too busy sleeping to do his job. That's with Diminish on. This is kind of the first fight, because when you don't know the strategy involved and how everything works, you're just going to get hit constantly and not know why everything does so much frickin' damage. And this is probably one of the first, one of the early difficult fights in the game. Nikki, please get your turn. Hopefully this wakes you up. Thank you. Of course, you're a little late because I wanted to get the element trapped, but I can't do that. We're all in fatigued. As you can see, we have 1 stamina, but we don't have any attacks that we can do. It's really weird. Stamina works really weird when you're under fatigue, because it lowers it over time. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set up the Holy Light trap and wait for him to randomly switch back into the blank face mode so that he can cast it again, because it's the only form that he's going to cast it in. The rest of the time, he's going to alternate between the 3 forms that we've seen and the angry form, which we'll probably see before too long. Well, there's Happy again. So basically, I'm going to turn on fast forward, defend, heal when necessary, and I will show you me actually capturing elements, and I'll show you what he does in his angry form. Alright, he switched back into the form, so we're going to get Holy Light here. I'm going to pick up 3 before we're done with this area, but I just figure I'll show you each of them, and hopefully that's not the one I wanted. Yeah, as soon as he casts 1, you'll just want to have your element power built up ahead of time, cast Holy Light again, and then just move on and just defend your way through. As long as you're defending and you're got Diminish in play, you'll be fine in this fight. It's not really that difficult, though if you don't know why he's doing the things he does, and if you get unlucky and he does a lot of spamming into, using Holy Light, which is what happened to me on my first playthrough, you're gonna get a lot of game overs here. But if you know how the fight works, you'll be fine. Alright, so that's his angry form. We'll show you what he does in his angry form. He will move on to attack, which I'm not worried about, into Photon Beam, and directly into Meteor Shower. This really hurts if you don't have Diminish in play. Just make sure that you're healing up after he does that kind of stuff. You don't have to break up the field effect all the time. It's entirely unnecessary. I'm just going to use Mickey here to build up his element power so that I can set up another Holy Light trap once the opportunity arises. And he's already used that, so let's throw Weaken on him too, since his physical attack's somewhat powerful, I guess. That'll wear off before too long, but gives me something to do. Alright, another one on the pile, 1 more remains. Alright, and here's the 3rd and final one. Now what I'm going to do to make my life easier and to properly actually demonstrate how the fight works, other than, just milking around it, we're going to run away. We're going to keep those elements. I'm going to go walk over the save point and make sure to get my healing. And the other thing you could do if you wanted to is you could go and fight some guys, since we haven't fought any random battles since our last autosave. Or, sorry, since our last boss fight. You could fight another bunch of battles by leaving, going somewhere, doing whatever. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Now, those elements that we got there are Holy Light, level 5. Annihilates undead. Any enemy that is considered undead in the game will be instantly killed when you cast this. It's a very powerful element. Very nice to have. Everyone's going to want one of those. In your case, it'll replace Meteor Shower. And we'll just replace the trap on there. We shouldn't need the trap going forward here. We're just going to set Diminish up again and fight the guy same as before. This time, we're not going to sit around here and do nothing. There's nothing useful to steal from this guy, so don't worry about that. If you are struggling with this fight, you can do what I've done before, set up all blue elements, use whatever it is, Frog Prince, and finish the fight off that way. It's easy enough to do, but yeah, that's entirely up to you. It's a hard fight if you don't know the strategy. If you know the strategy, it's easy. It's one of those fights where you just have to learn it. Once you learn it, you're fine. Let's use you and set up Strengthen. He's got powerful both physical and magical defense, so we're not going to do a whole bunch more just by using spells. But we'll buff Surge a little bit to get a bit of an advantage here. Because he's got such massive defense, he doesn't have a lot of... what am I thinking of? A lot of HP. And that's about half of his HP total down right there. So we're going to have Kid build up to use Diminish here, so we reduce all damage incoming from all of his elements, since that's the only thing really to worry about. I think Surge is sleeping again. Well, he's going to use Holy Light. There's not much I can do about it, except absolutely get Diminish off. If he has a full white effect and no Diminish, it'll probably annihilate the entire party, which is why this fight can be so difficult. If you don't know about Diminish, you're in really bad shape here. Alright, so anti-black. We don't have any really powerful black elements to use, so I haven't really used any. We will eventually get some really powerful ones that I'll want to use. Let's go for Iceberg here, just to further break up the white field effect here, since we don't have any immediate protection from Holy Light this time. As you can see, still not a lot of damage. Alright, we're just going to defend there. Unfortunately, you get Holy Light off because you swap to the one thing randomly first each fight, and I'm not sure why, but mode change again. I think this game hates me. Alright, Magma Burst. It's pretty obvious when he's starting to sag. He's got, I think it's just over 350 HP. That did substantially less than I thought it would. Would you please wake up, Surge? I can't do anything. It's kind of frustrating when the game won't let me do anything. We're gonna wait to do that until after. Not like I need it, but it's gonna get something off the field. I have no way of waking a sleeping character, which is probably one of the issues with this fight, is if you get a character that's stuck asleep, and in my case Surge is the only one that can do any freaking damage, then you're stuck. Alright, fast forward. This is taking way too long. Alright. Well, we don't get a lot of damage out of that. Yeah, there's nothing worthwhile stealing. Magma Burst is. Yeah, you can see he's starting to sag now. It doesn't affect his strategy at all. He fights the same way. Yeah, as you can see, once he starts to sag, he usually has very little HP left. And, still looks creepy, but he falls down really fast afterward. And Surge slept for most of that fight, after dealing half the damage in one round. And we get a star level! Really? Really, video game? They really want to give me that only HP one. I guess it doesn't really matter. I was complaining, or saying how much strength I got on this path. At least it's not the other path. The other two get to catch up a little bit. And the drop from him is usually iron. For some reason I didn't get it. But that's fine. Alright. That lights up the fifth one. It's like there's only one more. And there's that. But that's pretty much all the time we have for this one. Next time, we go up the elevator and see where it takes us. That's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.